So thank you very much again for the introduction. And good evening to everyone. I'm very happy to show you one of the main outputs of the AMETHyST project, which is the SkHyline platform, which also collects all other outputs that we collected throughout the activities of the AMETHyST project. So SkHyline is an online knowledge-sharing platform collecting all hydrogen ecosystems in the skyline of the Alps. So, as I said, SkHyline, you can connect. You will find QR codes also on the table outside. You have one here. You will have one later, and I'll show you a little bit of the website so that we can have a look together at what we put in it. So SkHyline, as I said, is an online platform developed within AMETHyST, and the mission of this platform is to share knowledge on the latest initiatives, technologies, strategies, and economic models that are related to green and low-carbon hydrogen in the Alpine regions. So why did we choose the name SkHyline? It's we put together two words, SkHyline and hydrogen. SkHyline to remind us of the natural line of the Alpine mountains, because we focus on the Alpine regions, as I said, and green hydrogen. That's why the name SkHyline. This is the homepage of the platform. As I said, that we will navigate a little bit together through it. So I'll go on to show you what you can find in SkHyline and why we think it can be useful now that the project is almost at its end, but also at a later stage, because the plan is also to use to keep the platform updated also in the upcoming months and years, to update the main contents so that we can keep on sharing some knowledge and some updates on hydrogen and its use in the Alpine ecosystems. So how can the platform help, and who can it be useful for? It can help decision makers, in particular local leaders, policymakers can access a series of policies, documents, case studies that can help decision makers to make informed decisions about hydrogen investments and policies. Then the platform could be useful also to enhance technical knowledge of public authorities and technical staff. And in fact, as I'll show you later, it also includes techno-economic tools that it's useful to determine the economic feasibility of actually implementing a hydrogen production facility from renewable sources. And also it is thought for engaging citizens as well. So members of local communities, of the Alpine communities, can find on SkHyline a lot of information about hydrogen and how green hydrogen can contribute to decarbonization of Alpine systems. So the key features of the platform. First of all, you will find an interactive map where we put all green hydrogen related projects that we could find in the Alpine Space. So all these projects are being mapped depending on their pilot or test beds, depending on if they applied either the production of hydrogen, the use of hydrogen. So you will find information about very specific hydrogen projects and initiatives that have been funded either locally or from European fundings. Thank you. As I said, you will also find a techno-economic simulator tool, which we call H2FAST, which is a collection of files that you can easily download from one of the pages of the platform that can help determine, as I said before, the financial feasibility of actually implementing hydrogen production facilities in a context like the ones of the Alps, starting from renewable energies like hydropower plants or photovoltaics. Then you will find also insights into strategy and policies that support hydrogen for the decarbonization of territories. So you will find a collection of documents which includes what's already existing in the context of the Alps regarding strategies that actually support the implementation of hydrogen in these territories, and also a series of policy guidelines that as AMETHyST we developed in order to sustain policymakers to include hydrogen in territorial strategies to help the decarbonization of these territories. So I would like to go a little bit to the platform with you. If the let's see if this works. It's right.
You have to go to internet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's already breaking. I just showed this one.
Check it. Yeah.
It is already showing.
Okay.
Partial.
So then I want to go to the okay. So show the point of challenge. Shall I? We'll be at the spider.
There it is. Okay. Here we are on the platform. So this is just the home page, which contains general information about the AMETHyST project and all information explained very briefly, as I just told you, why SkHyline can be helpful. And I'm going to show you a few of the main contents that you can find there that we collected throughout the activities of AMETHyST. As I said, you can find a map where you can explore all both hydrogen projects and initiatives that we found throughout our research. Yeah, here's the map. And as you said, the focus is only on the Alpine regions, and thanks to contribution to all partners, we were more or less distributed throughout the Alpine region. So it was, I'm not saying easy, but we could reach a lot of local projects and initiatives to collect information so that anyone can see what's happening actually in the Alps. So clicking on the regions, where you will find all points where there are excellent case studies that are categorized by capacity building, infrastructure, production of hydrogen, use of hydrogen, and you can explore all the projects going into the details of the projects with the most updated information of what's actually being implemented, if there's hydrogen buses there, if there is an electrolyzer producing how much hydrogen, and so on. And there are also filters where you can choose, select the territory, the area, also the technology readiness level of the technologies being implemented, and so on. So other than that, of course, you will find a list of all the projects, the same that you can find on the map, with all the information about the single projects. As regards guidelines and toolbox, I already anticipated before. One of the main outputs of this project was also the development of this techno-economic tool, which is H2Fast, where you can download a series of files and calculate starting from, for a specific territory, started from the availability of renewable sources, if the implementation and installation of a hydrogen production plant could actually work out, and in how many years. This is a very technical tool, but very useful to start thinking about actually implementing a hydrogen production site. This could be useful for technical staff, for local administration, but also private companies that are thinking about looking at the feasibility from a technical and also economic point of view of actually installing a hydrogen production plant. As I said, you will also find the guidelines from a policy side, so you will find also that available in many languages, since the Alpine Space program wants to connect all Alpine Space regions, so we provided them in every language of the Alpine Space. And here you can find tools, of course, with recommendation of how to implement hydrogen solutions in a territory, how to support the integration of hydrogen together with the renewable energies into roadmaps for territories in the Alps, with a specific focus on these territories that are very peculiar with respect to many other territories, but have a lot of similarities among them. Then you will also find other things like a glossary where we put all main terms that you will find throughout throughout the platforms. And one additional thing I wanted to show you is the possibility to explore what's actually happening in the Alpine Space territories regarding policy and strategies. So this is a map that I then already showed you. And clicking on each territory, you will be able to see for each state, for each country of the Alpine Space, what's going on at the national level. We're talking about roadmaps to reach certain amount of hydrogen production and use in the forthcoming years. So you will find also information where, when, if and when a hydrogen strategy was actually implemented or published in a territory, with all details and possibility to download also documents related to specific regions and information about each of the territories involved. So this is more or less what you can find. I'll let you explore the platform by yourself. As I said, you will find also QR codes on the tables. One last thing that might be important, as I said, we're keeping the platform open also in the future. And we also put a button here, submit project. So people accessing the platform, they see if their project is there or is not there, can submit their own project if they don't find it in the list, so that we can keep the platform updated with the latest projects or initiatives that are started in this territory. So this is it.
Yes.
Same day. I think my last slide was just for thanking you. There we go. Yeah, here's the QR code if you want to access this kind of platform. And just thank you for the attention. Enjoy this moment.